Good morning, YouTube. This is Miss Donna. I had to come back on here with a part 3 of my of what I had done before, and I was talking about black people being called coons and other subjects. Now, when I said that black people are coons, as they're referred to, are users of white people, I left some very important information out. White people are also users of coons, because you know coons allow white people to get into our lives and to see what we are doing or what we are not doing. So they're all getting benefits from cooning. I always say the cooning procedure. Now, most coons, as they are called, they do hate themselves and they do hate their people. But when they interact with white people, it makes them feel as if they're getting somewhere or they've made it. But then on the other hand, there are just some other African Americans who coon just to be cooning. They just don't like themselves or don't like their race of people. That's just how that is. Now that was very important to me to put that in there, because they're both using each other. The people who are cooning are using Caucasians, and Caucasians are using people who are cooning. And the people who are cooning provides a mirror into the rest of our lives, as far as what we do every day, how we do things, how we talk, what we say, and of course, you know the procedure that cooning brings along with it. So there are coons, and I know that cooning did come from slavery. I mean, it didn't come from slavery, but there were coons back in slavery time. They didn't have any more than anybody else, but they would go tell the Caucasians every little thing that was going on with the other African Americans or blacks. I'm going to say blacks, because African Americans, it's kind of hard for me to get used to that term, but I would just say blacks, and well, Caucasians, something different. But back in slavery, they were there. They've always been here. But then some of them, it's hard for you to tell if they're coons. And that's to me, it's the most dangerous part of it. But I agree, there are black people who are just in denial of racism. And they hate it so badly until they just pretend that it's our fault, whatever happens to us. Everything that happens to us, it's our fault. We should have been more cooperative with the police in certain situations. Or we should have never. In other words, if we stole something at the store, then we should have just stood there and waited for the police to come. And yes, and it's our fault if those people beat us up. Store owners, that is, they just came and beat us up. Well, I agree that we should have never stolen anything, and then we should have waited for the police to come. But by us knowing, by our knowing that how the police are, then we shouldn't want to steal. And I think a lot of people who steal are mentally ill. I really do. I think a lot of people are mentally ill who go into stores and steal. I'm quite sure people beg to differ, but I in their right minds would want to steal in this day and age, knowing how the police are, how the police feel about us, and how we're putting our lives in jeopardy. And that's another subject that I want to talk about with the store owners. I don't understand why African Americans or blacks cannot own their own stores. Because why would we want to keep going into stores owned by Asians and they hate us? I mean, these people hate us. I had a conversation with an Asian from India, and I asked him, I said, why do y'all hate us? He said that they didn't hate us, but he was telling me about the hard times that they have over here as well. But I don't understand the black people, why can't we get our own stores? But some of us are so pumped up and we have the attitudes to own our own businesses. And when we do get our own businesses, black people, please quit worrying about who's coming into your store. If these people are dedicated to your store, they are frequent customers in your store, please quit worrying about who their relatives are. Where do they come from? Who are their relatives? And if their relatives are not teachers and preachers or doctors and lawyers, you don't want them in your store. You don't see white people doing that. They don't worry about where we came from. The only thing they worry about is that mighty dollar. They worry about our spending our money in their stores. And that's one of the reasons black people don't succeed, I think, in their business. They're too busy worrying about who's who. As long as those people are not stealing from your store, and as long as they're coming in spending their money, spending that dollar, do not worry about where they came from, who their relatives are. Because you can take a lesson from white people. They don't worry about who we are and where we come from. Now, in the more upscale stores, they may be a little crazy when it comes to us. When it comes to our being in their stores. But the local stores, they don't worry about who we are and where we come from. The only thing they are concerned about are if we don't steal from them and if we are frequent customers. So you all can take or should take a lesson from that. That's one of the biggest problems that black people have. They worry about or are concerned about who's who in the community. Because I do feel that a lot of your friends, your upscale friends, are not going to come in your store. They're not. They may visit your store once or twice a year, but those are some of the people who are not going to be in your stores. So you don't worry about them. You don't concern yourselves with your so-called upscale friends and neighbors and all this type of stuff. You look to those people who come to your stores and actually buy merchandise, who are frequent and who are not stealing from you. Just as I've said before, black people can open their own businesses. Because a lot of them most definitely have the attitude to open their own businesses and the personalities to open their own businesses. We don't have to we do not have to let the Asians, whether they're from China, Korea, Japan, or the ones from India, come in and take up all of the businesses. And knowing all the time that they hate us, we should be able to do that ourselves and put the money back into our communities. And I know I raise the people that it's not going to be easy. But you're going to have people looking over your shoulders. You're going to have people probably trying to do things against you and your businesses. But I still think that it's worth a try. I wish I was younger and was able to open up a business, because there's money to be made and there's merchandise to be distributed out there to our people. We do not have to let other people come in, especially people who hate us, and get our money, and all the time telling us to kiss their behinds. So I don't get a lot of views on my page. I hate that in some ways, because I have good things to say, just like a lot of them out there. But maybe it's not meant for me to get a lot of views. But maybe one day somebody will come across my page and pick up on some of the things that I'm saying. Because I am real. I'm a realist, and I do love my race of people, even though some of them don't give me any respect. They rather respect another type of black person or Caucasian or another race of people. But I don't worry about that. The main thing I concern myself with is their well-being and their futures, especially the children, the young people, the children, the adolescents, the young adults who have to come into the world that hate them. And that's why so many of us are probably, I'm just saying probably, out here cooning because we just don't feel no love in our race. Just feel that we're always being insulted, ridiculed, just plain just ignored. But you don't have to be that way. There are a lot of business-minded black people out here that can pick up on businesses that could really not only make them some money, but can serve our people. And sure, there are going to be some people coming in there who are going to be disrespectful, but you know what to do, you know, to hopefully have the police. Now, that's what they can be doing. Not coming there to kill anybody or hurt up anybody, but to patrol those businesses that's probably going to have some problems. All businesses have problems. Hopefully, once black people start back owning businesses again, the way they should own businesses, maybe a lot of our people will understand and will be able to appreciate as we're going into a store. And even though they may be watched sometimes, which I don't always agree with that, but if you are a frequent customer and they know you, then you shouldn't have any problems when you go in their stores. But they're going to have problems everywhere. But there is also money to be distributed, and it should be distributed within our own community or communities, just not in these people's communities who, they just absolutely hate us. I've had a confrontation more than one time with a Korean, and she just could not stand me. And I didn't go in there, as far as I'm concerned, looking like I was going to steal anything. I went in there and I took my time. I knew what I was looking for, but I wanted to make sure that I was going to take out of that store what I wanted to take out of there. Not just go in there and hurry and get something just because this Korean woman didn't want me in her store because I looked like somebody that was still. See, that shows you just how stupid they are. They know nothing about us. Now, if this had been a black owner, she would have known me. She would have known that I was not a thief. She would have known my procedure, how I do things. I go in there and I look, and I make sure the merchandise that I'm going to purchase is what I really want, not merchandise that I get because someone is trying to hurry me out the store. Well, that's all I got today, and that's it for today. I'm going to have some more videos coming up. That's not going to talk about more serious things. I want to talk about happy things as well. But I did this video part 3 of what I had done because that was something very important that I left out of cooning, and how people who coon use Caucasians and how Caucasians use them to get what they want as well. Anyway, I'm going to close for now, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.